Do you ever look up at the night sky and think of all the galaxies, stars, planets, moons? Could those distant planets be teeming with life? Or is it all just dead? That brings us to our question. Does life exist outside of Earth? It may be more likely than you think. First, we have to start off with the basics. What are the conditions necessary for life to emerge? A lot of people mentioned nutrients, sunlight, the right constant temperature, and water. I've got here with me some water, a ramen packet, and a stove over there, and I shall now proceed to simulate an environment where life could emerge, kind of like early Earth's primordial soup. First, you need a few naturally occurring chemicals, especially carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and phosphorus. These are going to be the building blocks of life. Carbon is especially important as it can form very long and durable chains, essential for life. Just saying nutrients here was a bit too broad. Next, you need an energy source. Sunlight is what drives the chemistry of most life on Earth, but life could get energy from tides or geothermal activity too. This drives the non-equilibrium chemistry that is life. And finally, a solvent. Liquid water in many ways is probably the best solvent because of its polarity, wide liquid temperature range, and can dissolve more chemicals than any other liquid. With the addition of a long-lived host star and a stable climate, those are the conditions we think we need for life to emerge. The biggest problem with these answers is that the only energy source they think of is the sun. Now that you know the basic requirements of life, they seem pretty simple, right? So my question is, what percentage of planets in our galaxy do you think are suitable for life? The average of my answers were around 20%. 20% of planets being suitable. Maybe? The best place to start is looking at habitable zones. A habitable zone is the range of orbits around a star where a planet can support liquid water on its surface. There are at least 50 billion planets in the Milky Way, and around 500 million of them are in the habitable zone. Seems like a large number, but that's only 0.01%. It's much less than 20%. And Venus is actually on the inner edge of the habitable zone, but it is the hottest planet in our solar system. Its surface temperature is capable of melting lead. This is largely due to how dense its atmosphere is, trapping a lot of heat from the sun. Venus is a good example to show how you could have planets in habitable zones that don't actually have liquid water, or planets outside of habitable zones that do. It's probably easier to get an atmosphere wrong than to get it right, so I think that the chances decreased to below 0.01%. 20% was just way too optimistic. Maybe we're looking at the wrong place though. Many people thought that outside of Earth, no liquid water exists anywhere else in the solar system. Well, they might not be wrong, if they're only including planets. One of Jupiter's moons is Europa. It is tidally locked to Jupiter, and because of this, Europa is constantly pulled and stretched, heating up its interior. Evidence of a liquid water ocean under the frozen surface has been found, with orbiters observing geysers made of water on Europa. Deep-sea vents could exist here, and if so, so could simple life forms. We've also witnessed water geysers on Saturn's moon Enceladus. Jupiter's moon Ganymede has evidence of a subsurface ocean, and it is thought to have more water in it than all the water on Earth's surface. So yeah, liquid water can exist in other parts of the solar system as well. But let's bring it back to planets, because people like planets more, right? So, do you think there's life on Mars? 41% of them think there's life on Mars. Although Mars is mostly frozen over now, Mars is actually thought to have been Earth-like, with liquid water on its surface a few billion years ago. So, could there have been life that emerged during those Earth-like years and continued to survive Mars's hostile environment to this day? We don't have clear evidence yet, but this could be a mystery we can solve within our lifetime. So, the percentage of planets suitable for life are pretty low, but just with the sheer number of planets in our galaxy, I'd argue that the chances of life on other planets is really high. In fact, some extraterrestrial life could be in our solar system.